It's looking nice now, but it's going to be a completely different situation tonight. Chris, you're pretty clear-cut about your warning, especially about tonight with the conditions. Just avoid driving up to the mountains if you can.
Yeah, I think that what we were just showing you there a second ago, this time tomorrow morning, that's going to look very, very rough. And same with late tonight. It's going to be a combination of not only heavy snow, but really strong winds in the mountains that'll make travel near impossible at times for us in the higher elevations. Folks, don't drive through the mountains tonight or early tomorrow. Fire danger, the main concern for us here on the Eastern Plains for today. We do get a little snow and some slush here into the metro area. More on that in just a few minutes. I'm not too worried about that. I'm more concerned, as I mentioned, about the mountain snowfall. We do get a cold front that moves its way through all of Colorado later on tonight and early tomorrow. Red flag warning, fire weather warning for the entire Eastern Plains. That goes from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. for today. That does include us here in Denver. One of those be smart days. Avoid any sort of outdoor burning for today. Winds gusting up to about 50, 60 miles an hour for us here in the foothills. 40 to maybe 50 mile an hour wind gusts for us here in the heart of the metro area. So it's going to be notably windier today compared to yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty pleasant day. Winds were relatively tame. Today, those winds, unfortunately, pick on up. Already in 30s and 40s, few spots already in 50s and 60s in the southeastern plains and the mountains. A lot of 40s already on this Saturday morning. So it tells you it's going to be a warm day for the first Saturday of the month of March in meteorological spring. High temperature today, 67 degrees, that high fire danger. By the way, a little bit of a fun fact is our first 7 p.m. sunset of the year a week from tomorrow, with, of course, we leap forward, and our first 6 p.m. sunset of the year comes up on Friday as well. High fire danger, that our main concern, as I mentioned, for today, gusts up to 40 miles an hour. Into the mountains, winter storm warnings for us along and north of I-70 mainly, but notice those winds, 70, 75 mile an hour winds, coupled with that very heavy snowfall. Again, want to re-emphasize the fact that my main Colorado weather concern for this weekend will be mountain travel because of that snow and wind later on tonight. So that snow moves its way on in. This is the same storm, by the way. You probably heard about that crazy snowstorm at the beginning in the Sierra Nevada. We get kind of the remnants of that snow out here in Colorado. We get the kind of leftovers from that storm later on tonight. Still, it's going to be more than a glancing blow from that storm as we get that later on tonight. So those clouds increase. Then after about, say, 8, 9 o'clock or so tonight, we get that heavy snow moves its way on in from the west. That snow will be very, very heavy with some 2-inch per hour snow coupled with those really strong winds. Again, that makes travel nearly impossible for tonight into the high country. For tomorrow, high temperature around 50 degrees. So notably colder tomorrow because of that front that moves its way on through. So that front moves through late tonight. Strong winds, heavy mountain snowfall for tonight. And then we'll see some of that quick kind of little bit of slush for us here in the Denver area. May start some rain, some graupel, then goes over to snow, maybe back over to a little bit of rain. But snowfall amounts not too impressive for us here in Denver. It's into the high country where you get some really significant snow out of the system. But there's that front that moves its way on through. After about 9 p.m. or so, again, rain, graupel to start, maybe flips over to snow for a little bit. And then we end up with pretty light snowfall amounts for us here in the metro area. Most of us under an inch of accumulation before all is said and done. Most of that overnight and by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. 7-day forecast, mostly in the 40s and 50s over the next few days. I want to leave you with this just as a reminder. Please do not drive in the mountains tonight. It looks very, very rough with that combination of snow and wind.